out in game. We're all good. We'll probably just bump it up to 6 next time so people can play, because I know people like to play. You know what people also like? Aluminum. Man, there's so much water on this map. I don't know how to deal with this appropriately. This is so awkward, guys. This is so weird. How do I want to handle this game? Okay, okay, okay. We can maybe make something work here. No!
Founded.
Ah! These tiles are no longer protected, which is really weird to me.
Shall we begin?
I don't know why that is, but those tiles are no longer protected. I'm actually just going to do this. I'm going to sit on it. Maybe I'll be able to get like this aluminum tile and make it work for me, so maybe I won't just sit on it. We'll sell some of it down now. There you go. But I think I still made money on that overall. I didn't get exactly the tiles I wanted to, but hopefully we'll be okay and we'll be able to make it work. It's just the upgrade is going to be a little awkward.
I've never seen such elegant use of funding. We'll have more facilities open in no time.
There we go. That's better. It's not perfect, because obviously there is someone in this area with me. But we did get something done, so hopefully we'll be alright. There are pirates this game, so I gotta watch out for that. And it makes this particular play a little bit more dangerous than I'd have liked. So I'm gonna push for...
I hate those filthy
Oh, wow. First pirates didn't come my way. Hold on. What do we want to do then? Do we want to go for the reactor or the food? Either one's okay. The food is a bit more tempting because it's a little bit harder to get into, so I think I'm going to stick to that. Pirates are going after the aluminum, which is nice. The reason to go reactors, in my opinion, is because there are pirates. They steal a little bit less at once.
I hate those filthy
Man, maybe I will just go for it because purely the pirates. Where are the second set of pirates? Elsewhere. On the other hand, with all these pirates being thrown around at other people, that went so cheap. Maybe I don't need to worry about it as much, right? Maybe that's okay. Yeah, should have seen that coming. Circuit overload, dynamite, goon. I don't know if I want any of that, actually. I think I just want to sit here on what I've got right now.
Scientific colony expanded.
Yep. Here goes his glass. He's cutting me off the best that he can from a triangle, which is understandable. You know, I did kind of ruin a lot of his steel nonsense, so... But he only wanted 2 steel at the start anyway, so isn't it just a little bit his fault? And we're sitting, and we're waiting. I'm actually just going to start sending these. And I'm probably going to stagger them a bit so that at least they can't hit me all at once. Like, I won't be expecting a huge shipment and then it all just disappears before my eyes, right? That won't happen, at least, hopefully. Such an awkward little game, especially with this slowdown strike. That was kind of painful, let's be honest. I am going to keep selling down steel for the time being, because the only other guy who's going to want steel is Clark, and I don't see him having a serious advantage over me in most places right now. His primary advantage is he has better access to his extra resource than I do. There we go. Got upgraded, so it didn't hurt me that I was selling down steel. That was important to go ahead and get done. And I'm really tempted just to kind of grab these. Make for a really awkward situation here. I'm going to throw down silicon on them first. Gather plenty of that up, and then I'll switch into glass probably later. You know, long-term sort of thing. And hopefully I'll be alright. No extra claims this game also makes everything just a little bit weird. Man, reactors would be nice to be in. But I was more worried about power short-term, to be honest. Oh, he moved out of steel. So no selling down steel at all anymore. Interesting. Also interesting that he jacked up the price on silicon for me there. That was a bit curious in my opinion. It might work out okay for him, depending on exactly how he's defended everything. He's not going to get much benefit out of this in the moment, though.
This is not an auction for drugs. No, these are perfectly legal high-performance dietary supplements.
9,000, 10,000.
I need to do this right now, I think.
16,000.
I don't know how valuable this actually is, honestly. But it's the only one this game, probably.
20,000.
I'm going to push it there. That might not have been worth it. That quite probably wasn't worth it, if we're being honest. But it could work out okay. Now, I want to get these solar panels built very, very soon, during the nighttime. I don't remember exactly how many ticks I've got, but I think I can afford to wait a little while. Let this silicon roll in, switch into power, go from there. It's basically going to be the idea. Okay. That should be more than enough silicon for the time being with a little to spare. Just a little bit. Not a huge amount, just some. And we switch into power. And try and pay down debt very rapidly. It's going to be the basic idea. Now, I really shouldn't be selling down steel right now. You can see I've been trying to avoid it for the most part. Unless I absolutely have to. Food I'm selling down because, well, I'm going to burn it up anyway with life support, so... I already have 100,000 debt. I push too far on debt. Quite clearly, quite often. I don't know what it is. I just can't stop, though.
Let this be a lesson to you all.
Oh, wow. Somebody else went after someone else. Okay. That's interesting. Yup. Knew that was coming. Was hoping to be okay anyway. I mean, I am scientific, right? So I'll still blast through it for the most part, but... And overloaded here. Oh, man, come on. Seriously? I'm just trying to find a little way on in. You gotta be like that? Do we gotta be like that? I'm just trying to pay down some debt over here, that's all. I don't even know if I'll make up for it at this rate.
Scientific colony expanded.
Because everybody's just blasting through power so effectively right now. Man. I knew it was a risk, but it was also a huge risk not to take it and trust other people to kind of deal with things acceptably. I'm just going to upgrade. That'll help keep everything more okay. Get the food down. And now what? I want to set up a trio here so I can connect here and start pulling in glass. Is going to be the basic idea. But I don't know a trio of what to put down here. It could just be reactors. Do we need to play this way right now? Honestly, is that necessary? I don't think so. Somehow I don't think so. Well, there's a power shortage going on, so I guess I can leave my power online for the moment. But I really did want to switch into glass over here. I really did. Just gotta not let my debt get completely out of control and maybe I'll be okay. Now, I know I could have boosted this tile, but I didn't want to boost this tile. It was all very, very strange trying to figure out exactly how to approach that situation. I'll force him back into steel. Make it impossible for him to do anything except put steel down. Oh no, he did put steel down. What am I talking about? It's down right over there. It's right next to my base. Of course it is. I could just pirate it. There's no way he can link that up.
Pirates. I hate those filthy bandits.
Yeah, figures. Oh no, I did get it. Interesting. Okay, it's nighttime, but obviously power is once again insanely expensive, so I don't really want to rotate out of my power just yet. These guys are losing me money, of course. Somebody is probably holding that price up and not getting punished for it thoroughly right now. Thankfully, this is food, so... Or this food is on water. So it'll be fine. We don't need to worry about it at all. It's just these reactors that are doing nothing. Yep, there it is. Turn them back on. It's a huge pain trying to keep track of that. I've often wondered if the game would be better if you couldn't trade all of your resources instantly. Oh good, more targeting on me. That's just fantastic.
Pirates. I hate those
and
filthy
pirates on my
bandits.
food. This is just a game of how much black market can we throw it in, isn't it? I don't even have enough power to pay for myself right now because I'm still overloaded over here. That's the situation we've got going on. I'm just trying to hold on. And everybody is just piling it on. It's fantastic. You just expanded, so I want to push for an upgrade.
Our growth is surpassing my most optimistic projections.
Pirates.
I'll take that back now. Thank you very much. I never even checked Offworlds. I need to get a hacker array down at some point, probably. I would love to take these tiles. I don't think I'm going to quite get there. I think he's already got the claim there, which is kind of annoying. Because I would have loved having the strong water tiles. Yep, there's that. We'll start there.
Someone ganked your claim of nerve.
Yes, yes, I know they did. It's quite a huge pain. It's exactly the kind of thing you expect to have happen so far in this game, though. That's for sure. Keep selling stuff down. Get down the patent lab, please. With a hologram. There it is. Check Offworld prices. Nothing great, so that's fortunate in some ways. Because I don't really want to have to work with that particular building. And I'd much rather work with something like a hacker array.
5,000.
That could be frustrating, but I'm not going to take it. I have too much debt, clearly. I have way too much debt. I opened myself up. I got punished for it very, very heavily. There's really nothing I can do with something that costs debt right now. It's just not going to happen. He got out of power. Interesting. I would have liked to get out of power at some point. Maybe I can still. It is nighttime after all. I can make that transition happen into glass. And maybe get out of these reactors long term or something. Maybe, I mean, there's all kinds of options here, right? I'm choosing to pull in water right now, which hopefully will be helpful. That glass shortage, I don't know exactly how that's going to go long term for me. Oh man, he's already gotten so many patents. I didn't even see that happening. Tell you what though, and thinking machines just finished up quite literally. I could take slant drilling, I could take carbon scrubbing, nanotech. I'm going to head for nanotech first. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to put down a hacker array. Also, I didn't think I was supposed to be able to found this close to him. I'm just throwing it out there.
Your stock is being
Oh,
bought.
great.
Your stock
And now we're
is
in
being
this
bought.
situation.
Your stock is being bought. Your stock is being
Well,
bought.
his hack went through. I imagine he has a hacker array down somewhere. Either that or he just got a brilliant hack to help him out, unfortunately. Okay, that got done. I need to keep using this building and trying to stay alive. Okay, Clark is selling out of me, so actually Asimov is the one who has more of me at this point. Food's still going strong. Water, not so much. Let's hop out of that into just reactors out there and then transition this guy into something like electronics and start shorting those.
Expanded.
No, I selected nanotech first, carbon scrubbing second. I am not going to have slant drilling, unfortunately. But you can't get everything, I guess. We could head superconductor. Kind of long-term to help out. Right now I don't have anything down that would actually benefit from that. I need to get some power down at some point. Quite clearly. But I need to finish. I'm in D debt rating again. Ah, that's just disgusting.
Your stock
I
is
really
being bought.
get very frustrated by that. Maybe interest rates are just ridiculous. Maybe I just always play wrong these days and I can't teach myself to play right. I don't know. But man, debt always just kills me completely. Unless I take a ridiculous lead beforehand. I'm gonna just die to debt so rapidly at this point. Like 218, 560 a second from power. If my play earlier had worked out, then I'd probably be alright, honestly.
1,000.
But I got completely shut down out of it.
1,000. 10.
And I mean completely shut down
12,000.
when I tried to make that play happen.
14,000. 16,000.
I don't know why I'm going for water engine, to be honest. Doesn't make any sense. Teleportation would honestly have made much more sense.
Pirates. I hate those filthy bandits.
Oh good, getting pirated as well. Fantastic. Almost knocked out of the game at this point. We're getting there. Slowly but surely.
Compromise the trading service. Price manipulation begins.
What did I even hack? It was electronics, wasn't it? Yeah. Try and keep pressing forward with that, I suppose. Now, I could... Yeah, I'm not making steel anymore, which is fine. I'm hoping power pays down enough of my debt that I'll be alright. But I'm adding 1,000 a second right now. Most of it in power. Ugh. So I guess here's an interesting thing that I haven't really considered before about... There's teleportation cleaning up. Those do go fast, man. Let me tell you. About when debt takes over, in particular. I'm gonna start buying the rest of you then. Cheaper. Oh good, I'm getting shut down by EMPs. Isn't that fun? I'm just buying whatever's cheapest to keep myself afloat and see who messes up. This is gonna be your punishment for all of you hitting me throughout this game. You have to keep me alive now. We'll just see who comes out easiest. Repair that, please. That's kind of important. So water engine I don't need. Cold fusion could be helpful. Probably go ahead and head into that if at all possible. There it is. Keep raising that stock price. Well, power's dead. Completely dead. I mean, it's just gone completely with that solar flare. I paid off some debt with it, but nowhere near enough. There's just, I don't see any way to stop the debt snowball once it's gotten to this point, honestly. Asimov, you better stop me from getting bought. Bradbury's just going to take the game. I can't black market myself. The rest of you got to do it for me. That's how debt works. Don't know if you heard. Making transitions. Okay, other people have finally finished off the whole stock situation. So I guess we're literally sitting here clicking this pay debt button until the game is over for us, which should not be long. Alright. Get rid of you. Go into you. Oh, not what I wanted. I guess our other option is to just buy into this electronic short and then pay down debt at the end of that. So, makes some sense. Now, unfortunately, he's probably making too much money for this to actually work for us, but, you know, whatever. 315 is what we would need to buy out Clark and stay alive.
Our hackers have compromised the
And it's just debt. That's so ridiculous. Unfortunately, he may have an electronic stockpile saved up at the moment, so we're going to have to be very careful about that. Doesn't look like he has a big one, if he has one at all, though. You can buy into the short? Not really, from what I can tell. Come on. Keep going. I think we're okay-ish a little bit right now. We just got to sell it in a moment and pay debt. Keep going. I don't know why these aren't electronics. I'm shorting electronics, and I'm not necessarily getting the strong end of that deal. Man, still only at 80%. It's just not going to happen. I'm trying to hold on, but I needed help. I did not need people blowing up all my stuff earlier in this game, to be honest. That was not help. That was problematic. Let's go with problematic. I like that word. Problematic. Causing problems. Water shortage that we're ignoring because we don't have any water, of course. Wish I could cook the books this game. That would have been quite helpful, honestly. I probably could have had the win if I could have cooked the books this game. I am down to a C debt rating, so I can actually use black market again, which is interesting. Why is that the particular measure for black market? Couldn't tell you. Just know that it is. Whoa, what is happening? Somebody sold stock down. Clark sold Bradbury's stock. That was probably not the best idea, Clark, if we're being honest. You're just letting him have his own stock back. Effectively. Let's see. What is going on here? All of this... Okay, he's got an Offworld down, I suppose, which is whatever. I guess oxygen is what's being sent off-world this game? Yeah, that would make sense. It's not great, but it'll work. Ish. Back down to that D rating. Let's go ahead and sell, pay debt. Trying to stay alive. Just trying to stay alive. I still feel like Bradbury's got it wrapped up. This whole game, probably. But are these... These aren't making money, right? Just, yeah, not a whole lot because of oxygen being so weird, though. Oh, what to do, what to do, what to do. Everything's making mediocre money at best. Except for carbon, of course, which is pulling in bucket loads. Now, I have carbon scrubbing, so I take no responsibility for this whatsoever. But... do I really want to blow this up? Just pop. Yeah, defended. Should have figured. It was mutinied, so I thought maybe it would work out. It didn't happen. Pay debt. What am I shorting? Oxygen. Okay, well that was probably dumb, but whatever. Because I'm not really making any money off of it. On the other hand, it hurts everybody else's off-world income, so maybe it's okay.
The trading servers. Price manipulation begins shortly.
Just trying to stay alive. I know he wants it. He wants it so bad. This hack might actually just straight up kill me, for all I know. I'll be honest. Let's see. How's everything else doing? Electronics is kind of making money. Yeah, glass really was the wrong call, wasn't it? I'd be making more if those were silicon right now. Steel has stayed dead this whole time, thanks to Clark. Somehow. That's impressive. He's got it. Oh, he missed it. I'm just gonna keep going. It's also because nanotech, let's be honest. That's what's let me swap my buildings around whenever I've wanted to. It's purely nanotech. Come on, you've got it. Just finish it off, Bradbury. Let's go. Get it done. This is kind of silly, honestly. I'm not gonna... There it is, finally. I've been dead literally all game. It took that long to finish me off. Oh, man. That was ridiculous. Alright, Game Slayer should have this 100% locked up, no question. Year-end might be able to pull it through. Cubit, I don't think, is in the running at all. I got in his way. He didn't handle it well. Because we both wanted that scientific spot. Carbon, I don't know what these guys did to Carbon this game, to be honest. This is ridiculous. I mean, Clark's just drinking it up with these electronics. So Cubit is just throwing money into the electronics pit right there. Whoever got that network virus or whatever it was might want to consider using that. Circuit overload, maybe. Is that what it's called these days? Anyways. Could have been used there. I think there was one of those that happened this game. And basically, there's still 100,000 debt for Game Slayer to pay off. Now, the concern for Game Slayer is he did spend an awful lot of money to get a hold of me. On the other hand, look at all this stock advantage he got off of it. Because I bought everybody's stock. Everybody's stock. Because I'm not going to... I'm just clawing to stay in the game. That's the word I want to go with. Clawing to stay in the game. I was trying so hard just to hold on. You know what I probably should have done? Instead of turning this into an electronics factory, I could have made it an engineering lab, and that probably would have been a better call. I still wasn't pulling in carbon from literally anywhere. And these guys, I don't know what they're doing. If it's just rotating their buildings too often, or trying to push to off-worlds and things like that, but man, carbon has stuck this high, and that just seems ridiculous to me. Like, Game Slayer is eating 2.25 carbon a second. He doesn't have any carbon coming in right now. Some of that, or not a lot at least. Also, there are a lot of cops outside. I don't know what's going on with that, but whatever. He's got almost no carbon coming in. And the electronics factories are destroying his carbon in a lot of, like, look at this. Look at this. These are losing money with all of their research. These are losing money. These are losing money, almost. They're close enough. Those tiles could be used better. He's like only making money in water pumps right now. These are fine, obviously. Like, the advantage he has is these food buildings and these reactors, obviously. Those are really, really strong because they're ignoring the water price. So that's absolutely fantastic for him, especially with the food upgrades. Everything else is a lot more of a concern, though. That's for sure. Okay, trying to work with a hack here. Make that happen. Cubit's still just sitting back. Oh no, Cubit actually gave it up. Cubit was done. That's understandable. This game was over for him a long time ago. Yeah, I had carbon scrubbing, so GameSlayer has access to it if he puts down a patent lab to answer that question. Yeah, GameSlayer did find a decent scavenger spot, whereas I really wanted that scientific spot, and the game let me have it, so I just ran with it. Cubit was more concerned about getting this extra 0.5 aluminum a second than he was about securing a triangle of steel, and I think that really messed him up this game. Especially because in this concern and in his surprise at my founding in particular... Okay, Cubit's gone. Or Cubit computer is gone, I guess. It did say he was an AI, right? Maybe I'm wrong, whatever. Maybe it was just listing his bond rating and I wasn't paying attention. Regardless, I think that threw Cubit off right at the start, so I got the cheap aluminum and I just flew through upgrades. GameSlayer's going to take it in just a second here. That's going to be GG. Finally, on the back of those shorts. Man, I struggled to stay alive through that whole time, but that debt was too much for me. Go away. Go away. Let me look at the things. Stop getting in my way. Stupid game. As you can see, I auto-purchased a lot of power, despite maybe my ridiculous solar flare superconductor good fortune. I still didn't sell enough power. I had solar panels down. I just want to clarify this. I had solar panels down for so long that game. Nowhere close. Nowhere close. And then, of course, I apparently auto-purchased $83,000 in water. 50,000 in food, 25k in oxygen, and 8,000 in fuel. That was a lot of water leaking out. Of course I didn't want to die. Why would I have wanted to die, GameSlayer? I fought hard to stay in this game, despite what got thrown at me early. I think I did a pretty decent job of it, all things considered. It just wasn't quite enough to hold on. But man, I tried. I tried to hang on for as long as I possibly could. What happened with Black Market that game anyway? We can just go to sabotage targeting again and look. Year end hit me 5 times in GameSlayer 10. That makes sense given that GameSlayer lasted longer. Cubit 6. And GameSlayer did almost no sabotaging whatsoever that game. Everybody else just did it for him. 3 pirates and 2 EMPs. Whereas I was 2 holograms, a pirate, an EMP, a mutiny, a goon squad. And then of course that adrenaline boost that didn't pan out at all, which is why I was so nervous about taking it but not wanting to give it up either. Oh guys, I just gotta not die to debt so hard. Because if it weren't for debt, I had that game in the bag, let's be honest. That game would have been no problem if not for debt. Especially because, like, I managed to push to nanotech and then steel dropped to like $20. It would have been fine. I said I was going to bump it up to 6 this time. Let's go ahead and